Well, hello, everyone. The Greek philosopher Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." What he's talking about here is reflection. When reflecting on your own life, have you thought about writing your own story? Perhaps that's the place to record your thoughts and ideas. Today, I hope to inform you more about journaling. I learned about journaling through a course on this subject at UW La Crosse, and I would like to share some information with you. Perhaps you do some journaling already, or you would like to learn a little more about it, or some ideas on how to get started. We're going to define what journaling is and how it's different from having a diary. We will look at some benefits of journaling and look at some ideas of what kind of journaling that might be right for you. Finally, some tips on computer journaling versus journaling in a book. So let's get started. What exactly is journaling and how is it different from keeping a diary? Let's look at some definitions that identify what it is. First, Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines journaling as a record of expressions, ideas, or reflections. Secondly, my instructor through UW La Crosse, Cheryl Simpson, states, journaling is feelings, opinions, observations, dreams, expectations, and desires. What Simpson is saying here is that journaling is an inward-facing writing as opposed to outward-facing, such as keeping a diary chronicling your life's events. And finally, I found a wonderful scholarly book at Viterbo's library titled Journal Writing by Stevens and Cooper. They explain the processes to journaling as evolving thought, documenting valuable and often fleeting glimpses of understanding. They also state reflection is a path both to self-knowledge and to greater personal efficacy. The authors went further by identifying 6 attributes of a journal. They are, number 1, written. Your journal would primarily be the written word, whether in a book or electronically. Number 2, dated. This goes without saying, but you need a way to keep your writings in some sort of an order. Number 3, informal. This is your journal. There's no need to worry about grammar or misspellings. This is more of a conversation with yourself and allowing yourself to be creative. Number 4 is flexible. Be flexible with yourself here as your ideas about how to journal will change. Don't hold yourself to what might be unrealistic standards, such as daily writing in your journal. Number 5, private. Generally, journals are private. Number 6, archival. Again, this is your journal. You may want to keep your journals. That, though, is your decision. From a historical perspective, though, journals have significant value. Examples of some famous journal writers from history include Mark Twain, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, Beethoven, and Anne Frank, just to name a few. From their accounts at their time in history, we have learned so much. Well, let's go over some of the benefits of journaling and the different types of journaling that you could consider. Benefits. 2 often cited benefits of journaling are self-discovery and stress reduction. Some other great benefits include gaining clarity on issues uncertain to you, discovering the writer in you, increasing your focus, recording the past, and helping to plan your future and dreams. Types. These are all great reasons to journal. So that brings us to what kind is right for you. You may even consider having more than one. For example, you could record the past, write stories, perhaps your own family story, a diet journal, exercise journal, inspirational quotes, prayers and gratitude, an art journal, a record of memories and dreams, food, travel, and of course, reflections. So have you decided if you want to start a journal? If so, what kind of format or medium should you use, a computer or a book? Computer journaling can be done with any word processing program, but many people who use an electronic format will use a journaling app. There are many to choose from, and some are free. Of course, as with most apps, premium content often comes with a price. However, advantages to digital journaling include the ability to password protect your journal. Your journal is usually always with you through your phone, and it's relatively easy to incorporate photos and other graphics to your journal. Tools such as an Apple iPad and pencil can be a lot of fun with this format. Perhaps a traditional journal book is more appealing to you, though, There are many options with books as there are with digital apps. The most common journal size comes about the size of a half a sheet of paper, and it is either lined paper or it's like a dot grid. It's good for drawing your own lines, and blank pages, perfect for illustrations. Another popular size is a pocket-sized journal, and these are very portable and inexpensive. Whichever one you decide to choose, the quality of paper is important and will add to your journaling experience. Unless you are simply using a ballpoint pen or pencil, be sure to use premium heavy paper. This will allow you to enjoy using gel and fountain pens, markers, and other art supplies. If you're not sure whether to use digital or a book, let me ask you this. How do you enjoy reading? Would you rather read an ebook? I think I just bumped my camera. Would you rather read an ebook, such as a Kindle, or a real book, like this? And therein may lay your answer. So to conclude, we define journaling, the benefits of journaling, how to get started, and I hope you found some value to this. When I was doing my research, I came across a Chinese word that presumably has two different meanings. The word Wei Jiji Wei means both crisis and opportunity. You're living in a time of crisis today, so much is going on in the world with this coronavirus pandemic and social unrest. Is this also an opportunity then for us to write and pause and reflect, to journal? To quote Anne Frank from a 1944 journal entry, she said, "When I write, I can shake off all my cares." Thank you so much for watching this. If you have any questions for me, please email me and I will be happy to respond. Be safe, everyone.